spending a lot of time with Amanda Brune from Direct Mortgage Loans. A lot of good information. We learned about, recently on the last segment, we talked about the 30 to 15, and some of the adjustable rate mortgages. We had a chance to talk about credit and credit score, why that's important. We talked about a little bit about you and 13 years in the industry, a lot of experience, a lot of training. But I also want to talk about the company, Direct Mortgage Loans. Where do they come from? How long have they been around? Where are they headquartered? And what makes them one of the top companies right now in doing this mortgage business?
Well, thanks. Yeah, Direct Mortgage Loans, and we also go by DML.
Okay.
Okay, we're the official lender of the Orioles.
Baltimore
so
Orioles.
You might see us, you know, in the infield, or actually outfield, I guess.
Well, let me stop you real quick. Is that why this beautiful, do you guys see this? This beautiful orange behind us with Direct Mortgage Loans with the black kind of reminds me of the Orioles.
Yeah, that's our colors, orange and black.
Okay,
so we,
we
are big fans, and yeah, this actually is our values and our our mission and vision statement, which is very important. And I was going to talk a little bit about that. Obviously, DML, or Direct Mortgage Loans, the owners have over a combined 35 years experience in the mortgage business. We are located in Hunt Valley, Maryland. That's where our headquarters are. We're actually right across from McCormick Spices, so if you come, you get to smell them and work here. It's wonderful. And we have everything in-house, which is kind of unique to mortgage companies at this point, lenders. We're a direct lender. We do loans all over the country, but we really focus on our regional presence, which is why we are the lender of the Orioles. We want to have our reputation is extremely important to us. So we're out there. We're always putting ourselves out there and making sure everyone knows who we are and what we're all about, which we wouldn't do if we didn't feel so good about ourselves in that respect. So we really try to be a forefront for that. We really want to be known for our communication, effective communication, which is huge, not just with the homeowner, but with the agents, right? Because we all need to work as a team. In my experience, I found that sometimes it feels like we're not working as a team on, in some transactions, and that's not what we want. We typically have amazing relationships with our realtors. We want to have lifelong relationships with our realtors and with our other third parties like title companies, and because we want to work together to benefit the client. Their experience is really important. That's another thing we really want to stand out on is the client experience. So you can buy a house and use anybody for a loan. You can go to your bank, you can go to a internet lender, you can go to a Wells Fargo, but when it comes down to it, the experience you have is what you're really going to remember, and it is extremely important because buying a home is very stressful. I don't know if you know this, but it is. There's a lot of parts. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of wheels that have to move to make it work. As your loan officer, I'm there for you every step of the way, which is something that Direct Mortgage Loans really wants to make you aware of. We're not going to not be there when you need us. If you need to call us, email us, the partners are available, my manager, our operations staff, they're all here. So we have a really good working relationship, and we get things done faster, more efficiently, and just overall more pleasant experience for the client.
Great. You have a product. I was here before and you gave me a book called We Open Doors, the Home Buyer's Guide. So it's actually a book that kind of walks you through the process. Is that how that works?
Yeah, well, we found that we really, again, we focus on, we do refinancing, we do renovation loans, we do streamlines, we do purchases, but what we really are trying to focus on is our purchase department, and we want to make sure that we are there for first-time home buyers, existing home buyers, anything you need for the purchase market. So we put into place a lot of education components to try to get information to the consumer, because a lot of it's lost in translation, and there's so much information out there on the internet now that you can get confused and overwhelmed. So we created this home buying guide, which it just kind of gives you an overview of every aspect we think that you need to know. It goes over, of course, information about DML, and what we're about. It gives you information on buying versus renting, which is a big topic, especially for retirees nowadays. Okay. And in different parts of the country, it's different, so it's something you want to talk to your loan officer about. Loan amounts and payments, right? That's everyone's biggest question is how much is my payment going to be? So there's some information on here for that. And then we go through the process, what it takes to be pre-approved, what documentation you need, you know, what to expect, so that when you meet with your loan officer and your realtor, you're prepared to get started and find your house and be able to make an offer when you want to. So
you just mentioned pre-approval. You know, that's a big buzzword right there right now. You know, as a real estate agent, I like all of the people that come to me to hopefully have some kind of pre-approval.
Oh yeah.
Because we just don't want to drive them around and look at 10, 20, 30 houses and find out by the time we sit down at the table that according to your credit scores, you can't buy this house. And they're upset, and I've wasted hours. I wasted hours of my time. So why is that important in your eyes?
Well, obviously, I mean, that is the ultimate goal of a loan officer, is to help you become pre-approved. Yes. Whether it's now, 3 months from now, a year from now, wherever you are, getting pre-approved is, you know, step-by-step process. The first thing you need to do is find your loan officer that you trust, and that's the hardest part. Usually recommendation from your realtor is a really good way to go, because they usually have relationships that they've known are going to be, you know, work well together and be there for you as an advocate. So once you find somebody, you want to meet with them, talk about your goals, your time frame, and then basically go through an application process. That's the first step to get pre-approved. During the application process is really where we dig into all of your credit history, your income, your past rental or home buying, you know, history, your assets, how much money you have to put down. And we can basically evaluate and analyze where you need to be, what programs are available. We have a unique process here at Direct Mortgage Loans. We actually request documentation up front, which really seems like common sense, right? Right. But a lot of lenders don't do that nowadays. It's a very quick and shallow process for pre-approving. We try to make sure that we get the documentation, and I can tell you, as a seller of a home recently, it's really important to have, when people are submitting offers to you, that they're actually pre-qualified by a reputable lending institution and loan officer. So we not only get the documentation, but we have an underwriter review it, just to make sure there's not anything that's going to come up later in the process. Because when you submit an offer, right, you know, when you write an offer on a home, you typically put down a deposit. That money is your money you're getting in good faith to say, I'm going to buy this house and I am pre-qualified. So you don't want to put yourself out there if you're not really pre-qualified. And that's a big part of what we do. And it also helps bolster your contract. And I don't know if your experience right now, but houses are going like hotcakes, right? So if you're a strong buyer and your pre-approval is ironclad and it's from DML and it says we verified your assets, it's going to look a lot better than a pre-approval from a bank that's, you know, no one's ever heard of across the country, and the loan officer's name might not even be on it. So there's different levels of being pre-approved.
And I think just from a personal standpoint, when you have a pre-approval and you're going out with Brian Bailey looking at homes, you can stick your chest out now if you're looking at this $400,000 property, like, yeah, according to my pre-approval, I can get that house. You know, you know, you're confident. Yeah, and I personally am a home buyer right now, which is interesting. I have in the past, and now I'm back there, and it's giving me a really good perspective on what clients are going through, because it is stressful and it's hard, and it's a big decision. It is.
You know, it's your biggest, usually, unless you're, you know, buying yachts. But besides that, or you know, your biggest purchase and your biggest asset, right, and your biggest investment.
Yes.
So that's why having a really good realtor to walk you through it and having a good loan officer is key.
Right. So how do they reach you? How do they get in touch with you?
Well, that's a good question. Well, there's different ways. Personally, we have a website. We have an amazing website, Direct Mortgage Loans, that you can go on, directmortgageloans.com.
Okay.
You can check us out, read about us, and you can even submit an application if you'd like. You can select my name and it would go right to me. I'm currently working on my own website, so I'll have that to you whenever I get it. You can fill everybody in.
Yes.
Otherwise, we're on Facebook, or you can also, I give you my email address and my phone numbers to make sure that you can contact me anytime. I'm available in the evening and the weekends, which is when real estate happens.
Yes, that's right.
My husband's also a loan officer.
Oh, great. So it's a family thing.
It is, yeah. We've worked together for 13 years. He also works here at Direct Mortgage Loans. And so it's really great because we can fill in for each other and make sure we're available for our clients. We always joke around that they get two for the price of one.
That's
so
right, yeah.
if they can't get me, they can get him. And our kids are, you know, they already are aware that we're always trying to help people buy houses. So it works out really good.
Back in the, when wrestling was really, really popular, that was called tag team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And, well, great. I love this conversation we had today. This is amazing information. I just feel that as a real estate agent and an advocate, it's very important to educate the consumers, especially in your local area. Of course, we're in Maryland.
Right.
We're in Hunt Valley, Maryland today, beautiful Hunt Valley, Maryland. But you can help people in different states as well.
Yep.
So we'll have to find out the exact states because we have people here watching from all over: California, Wyoming, Texas, New Mexico, New York. I mean, all over. This is the internet. This is the World Wide Web.
Absolutely.
So we might have people from overseas who want to buy properties and they need a lender. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get some calls from maybe England or something like that.
Yeah, that's great. I have actually done that for many relocations and from different areas to here. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Well, good. Well, thank you for joining the Brian Bailey Home Show. And if you have any questions, you can email me directly at the Brian Bailey Home Show at gmail.com. That's the Brian Bailey Home Show at gmail.com. And we look forward to answering your questions. We look forward to matching you with the right mortgage lender and helping you with your new home. Thank you very much. And in closing, do you want to say anything?
No, just thanks for having me, and it's been a pleasure. And if you have any questions, you know, feel free to, I'm sure my contact information will be listed. You can reach out to me and I can, you know, get to you and we can chat about any questions you have.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys. Good luck with your home buying process, and I'll see you soon.